Welcome to the Gatemen Baseball Network postgame show here from opening night at Spillane Field. Ethan Ibe alongside Kyle Marshak. The Gatemen fall 11-1 here on opening night in run rule fashion to the Chatham Anglers. A tough night overall. Kyle, the bats, the hits were few and far between, and when they did come, it seemed that the base runners were quickly eliminated, and more so the pitching wasn't the strongest tonight.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the bats, that's a game of luck, too. I think there were some hits that sprayed through from Chatham. They did a better job of just putting the ball in play, and obviously a correspondence to that is getting some more runs and hits. But on top of that, yeah, when you come and look at the bats for the Wareham Gatemen, they struggle to put the ball play a little bit. I think, kind of a 3-true outcome lineup. There's a lot of guys who swing for power, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? It's just about getting that on-base percentage up. But as for the pitching, as you mentioned, yeah, walks, not a lot of strikeouts, and gave up a handful of knocks. A couple guys got a hit around, but they showed their stuff today. It's just about the location, and that comes with time.
Definitely, and Jace Reinhardt was a positive tonight, a couple of hits in his Cape Cod League debut. AJ Colarusso had the start tonight for the game, and he went 3 innings, gave up, I believe, 5 earned runs in his brief outing. A slew of relievers after that. We saw 3 Tonys, I believe. Tony Pluta, Anthony Watts, and Anthony Steele. Those guys, Watts and Steele, definitely didn't have their strongest stuff tonight, and that's kind of what led to some of those innings that really ended up dogpiling on for the Chatham Anglers tonight.
Yeah, just turned into a little bit of a carousel, a lack of control when it came to pitching, and with that Steele in particular, a third of an inning, 5 earned runs. But he showed his stuff. I mean, he has late life on that fastball. He showed the full repertoire. Just wasn't his night.
So now we'll send it down to Madison Walker talking over this game with manager Ryan Smythe.
Hi, I'm Madison Walker. I'm here with head coach Ryan Smythe. The Gatemen just unfortunately lost on their opening day 11-1. So, Coach, tell me how we're moving forward from here. We got a long season, so.
Yeah, absolutely. It was day one. A lot of jitters had to get out of the way. We didn't pitch it great. We didn't situationally hit. The good thing about this league is you don't have to wait around too long to get the next one in. So we play tomorrow. We're on the road, and we'll get right back after it.
So what are you going to expect from your team tomorrow? What did you say to them over there to kind of, keep the mood up so they don't go in tomorrow down?
Pretty much the same thing I just said. I mean, in this league, you play the next day. So if you can't forget about this one by tomorrow, we're going to have some issues. I expect them to come out, play baseball hard, and we'll try to get after our first win tomorrow.
So what do you think your team did well today? I mean, there's got to be something to take away that you're proud of them over.
Yeah, down 11-1, knowing the game's almost over, and to put up our first run of the inning. I mean, obviously we fought till the end. It wasn't the outcome we wanted, but we also shot ourselves in the foot a couple times. Early on, base running, situational hitting, and those are just things that out here, you only get to watch these guys on TV and synergy and stuff. So we're going to learn them. They're going to learn us how we want to operate, and we'll clean some stuff up along the way.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Coach.
No problem.
All right, thanks, Maddie. So we hear from Ryan Smythe. Obviously, it is game 1 of 40. It's a 40-game sprint, but it's also a long summer. So you got to look for the silver linings. Kyle, what would your silver linings be tonight?
I'd say offensively, it's got to be the way they strung hits together at the back end. Michael Lippy came through with the RBI knock, that lone run of the ball game, but he went to the bench, Ryan Smythe did. He went to the bench. He grabbed Antonio Jimenez, and he grabbed Colby Turner off the bench, who sparked that rally in the 7th inning. So it was good to see that the boys got some life offensively at the back end of that game. And then for pitching, we saw one guy in particular who had a good night.
Yes, we did. Tony Pluta, the sophomore out of Arizona, threw a couple of scoreless innings of work in relief of AJ Colarusso, a guy who, some will discount for his height, 5'8", but he is the most sneaky 95 in the Cape Cod League. That's what I think. And he did great tonight for sure.
Oh, he had his best stuff. I mean, he was the best stuff that we saw on the bump tonight for the Gatemen. He got 2 strikeouts, 2 innings, scoreless, gave up 1 hit, and just had more confidence in his repertoire than any other pitcher we'd seen on the mound tonight.
And for that, we award Tony Pluta our Gateman Player of the Game. But we do have one more shout-out to give, and that is to Miami freshman shortstop Antonio Jimenez, who got to pinch hit on tonight, his 20th birthday in his Cape Cod League debut. Pretty cool story, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Cape Cod League debut, you turn 20 years old, you're around all your friends, and such a historic league. I mean, I feel like the vibes are just, palpable right now in Wareham and Spillane, so it's a really fun way to celebrate, I'd imagine.
Indeed, and we heard it from Maddie Walker earlier in the broadcast. Even though the Gatemen were down early and often, the vibes were still up, in that dugout. We will hope that those vibes continue to stay up throughout the season. So with that, we'll say goodbye from opening night here at Spillane Field. The Chatham Anglers defeat the Wareham Gatemen in run rule fashion, 7 innings, 11-1, the final score. We'll be back at it tomorrow on the road at Falmouth. We'll face the Commodores for our first road test of the 2024 campaign. Cole Lehman gets the start for the Gatemen in that one. Until then, we'll see you on the radio side. This is the Gatemen Baseball Network. Kyle Marshak and Ethan Ibe. We'll see you tomorrow.